guys, I'm Chewy Mew, and welcome to my channel, but more specifically, welcome back to another Chewy Mew review, where today I'm going to be taking a look at a figure that I got for my birthday. Venom movie Venom figure. Move my camera up a bit. So, I got this one for my birthday, which my birthday was December 14. I haven't seen any reviews, I haven't checked this figure out at all, but I heard about this figure and I was like, holy crap, I'm going to pre-order that. And so, like I said before, I pre-ordered Phage, Carnage, and Venom, but then the pre-order was taking so long, and then I started seeing them in stores. So my mom got me this for my birthday. So here we are. So we got Venom on the front here, this very creepy looking tongue there and the crazy eyes. Get the same on the other side. You get the Venom logo on top. You get Venom logo here, made by Hasbro. You got something boring here, and then you've got the back here, which has a read-up. Not really a good way to put this. Field reporter Eddie Brock is hijacked by an alien entity that takes a liking to Earth and decides to protect it. I got a picture of Venom there. Pretty nice. So let's take him out of packaging. Move my camera back a bit. So I already cut the tape off here, so I can just pop this off so you don't see me getting a box cutter and cutting this off. So open this. Move that slide down. I'm going to take the box over here. And here's Venom. Looks really nice. It's really big. Pull them out of that, and we've got some extra hands here. Take these hands out, and then we've got the extra head. Toss that aside for now. So here's Venom. Wow, this is heavy. Well, it's not like heavy, but for a figure, that's pretty good weight. That looks good. Wow, that looks nice. And I noticed some new articulation there that Hasbro hasn't given us yet until now. Got a little piece of plastic sticking there. I might, like, cut that off later or something. Can hear, like, the click for it. Yeah, well, it's kind of funky there. But that looks very nice. Wow, this feels like Hasbro's trying for once. This is a big figure. Typically, they give you big figures only as Build-A-Figures. But this one is just a regular standalone guy. And they used a big body for him. The only thing that I can complain about is that the upper torso is really big, but then the feet look pretty small. The feet look too small for him. I wish the feet were like maybe like that big instead. Move my camera down a bit. But yeah, this looks really nice. Let's pop the head off. Take a look at the head here. Very nice and looks very creepy. Those are the eyes. You can see the crazy tongue. The tongue is a rubbery bent. And I like that they made... I can move my camera in more. I like that they made the teeth like a yellowy, like a whitish yellowy instead of making them just, white. Like some figures have the white teeth and that doesn't look right for Venom. See the peg hole under there? The eyes are 3D sculpted. They kind of are, you can feel like the outline for them. Looks like kind of like angry eyebrows there. Has like this, like a weird texture. I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like I don't know, just feels like a kind of bumpy-ish. Looks pretty good there. Take a look at the other head sculpt over here. This one, oops. Out of these two head sculpts, can't keep dropping it. Out of these two head sculpts, I like this one more. I think this one looks cool too. You can see his crazy teeth there. You can see kind of the paint's kind of messed up there. Like it's not on, like looks like he has like a lot of gums there, but it's looks like there's a blob of paint there that looks like there shouldn't be that much there, Or maybe it's like supposed to be foam or something. I don't know. And there's the eyes. The eyes are the same on this. The only difference is the bottom of the head. I know these eyes look a little bit more curvy, whereas these ones are a little more like, classic Venom. Or the Venom everyone knows. You can see he's got some more wrinkles here. This one has this one looks a little bit more shiny than this one. This one looks a little bit less shiny. Take a look at the alternate fists here. Pretty nice looking. I got like these whitish veins here, which in the movie they're kind of silver. I think that looks pretty good. I think the fists look too small. Like, if you compare these, I don't know, I feel like the claws look like they're bigger hands than these. Like, the hand's open, but I feel like the knuckles part in, like, this area, I don't know, I feel like on the claw hand, it's bigger. Took out the claw hand while we're here. Very nice. They sculpted, the claws are kind of pointy. They're not, like, crazy sharp, though, and you can see inside the hand there. I like how they don't give you the... They don't give you the Venom spider on the figure, but that's... I mean, the movie didn't have that. And I like how they kind of recreated the kind of like the square on the hand there, except it's like more kind of bumps and stuff, or like white veins and stuff. Let's put the alternate head on. Pop this on. Come on. I'm always afraid that I'm gonna break the peg in here. Come on, I'm trying to. There we go. When you put the head on, it doesn't feel like it goes on. It feels like it's gonna break. There's the head. I don't know what it is, but that head looks too small to me. I don't know. It looks kind of small. I don't know. It doesn't look like it fits. Like the head is disproportionate, whereas this one, probably just gonna display him with this head. There we go. That one pops on a lot better. I feel like that head looks bigger for it. The other one's kind of too small. But let's move his head out of the way. Take a look at the torso here. You can see you got all these veins there and stuff. All these. It has like a texture. It feels kind of like, I don't know, like kind of like the feeling of like, kind of like the feeling of the back of the hand a little bit. Kind of feels like this part of your hand a little bit, except it's not squishy like the hand is. You can see got some muscles there. I don't know if they've used this body before, but whether they did or not, this looks really nice. I think this is a new mold because it has all this more articulation stuff. I think that's really awesome looking. Some parts are really glossy in spots and other parts aren't. You can see like some more, like a lot of texture on this. This feels really good. It doesn't feel like it was made by Hasbro. It feels like it was made by someone that cared. Always making fun of Hasbro here. You got some more white that carries onto this. I think it looks really cool. See the legs there too. Move that arm up. See the legs here. You can see the more of the bumps. To me, this kind of reminds me a little bit of the Spider-Man Classics Venom figure, where he has all these bumps on the bottom of the foot. I'm not even going to bother try showing that. It says 2020 Hasbro, made in China. I'm not going to bother showing. It's possible to see anyway. Move the hands over there. It looks really good. Really nice looking figure. I think this is definitely, like, it's because of figures like these that I don't like Hasbro. Because Hasbro made this figure. This figure looks awesome. The Carnage figure looks great too. I take my Carnage figure off the shelf. Like this Carnage figure, this is amazing looking. Like all the crazy sculpting, giving us new stuff. Sculpting here, a cool head sculpt. Giving him like the Spider-Man shoulder joint articulation. Like to me, stuff like that is why I don't like Hasbro. Because Hasbro can make that kind of stuff. Instead, they pump out boring stuff. Like, they use the same body mold for Spider-Man forever, you know? But because these figures were a lot of attention to detail, a lot of new stuff, innovation with articulation, that rhymes. Innovation in articulation. That's pretty cool. They even give you a belly button. They give you a belly button. It's hard to see. A lot of muscles here, too. But yeah, like, because figures like this that are really awesome, really great looking, it feels like they tried with this. It doesn't feel like something they just whipped up just to sell something. It feels like something they made so that people could really enjoy, because this looks really fun. It looks great. This is probably my favorite Hasbro figure. I do have a couple, I don't have too many Hasbro figures. I have this, the Phage, Scream, Phage, this guy, Carnage, Scream, a Black Suit Spider-Man, Hydro Man, and that's about it from the classic, from like the modern Hasbro Marvel Legends. But yeah, this figure, this is great. I really wish Hasbro would do stuff like this, like try a lot, try very hard, you know, try giving each figure more varied articulation, like Hasbro, like Toy Biz. Like, you take these two guys, these very awesome looking figures, these two great looking figures, and they have completely different articulation, completely different molds, head sculpt is different, the joints, everything is different. They do have similar articulation, but it's not the same style. Like, feels like every Venom figure, every Hulk figure, every Iron Man, every Spider-Man, every every buff kind of guy, they give them all the same body. They give every figure the same body. And that's why to me Hasbro's figures are very boring. I think some of the designs look awesome, but the figures themselves look very boring and soulless. Whereas this guy, I can feel like some person, or the people that made this figure, they tried and they cared. Like, to me, Hasbro needs to do this stuff more often. If Hasbro did amazing stuff like this, like Toy Biz, give a new, unique sculpt, even if they use the same body, you just modify things. Like, you know, for one character, give them like a different, give them something different, you know? I just wish they would do that, like try different stuff like Toy Biz did. Like most Toy Biz figures have different articulation. Pretty much most Spider-Man figures in my collection have a different sculpt, a different articulation. Everything feels unique about the figures, whereas Hasbro, they feel like they all blend in. So this guy doesn't feel like that. He feels like someone tried with this, you know? Let's go over articulation. Actually, we didn't swap the hands. Let's swap a hand really quick. Oops. About the camera there. I'm going to just pull it off camera. I don't want to, like, risk hitting a lamp or something. Put a fist in. And I don't know. The fist, to me, the fist looks kind of small. I think it looks nice, but I don't know. To me, it just feels a little bit too small. I don't know. It's probably just a me thing, but I'll leave that on. Let's go over articulation. The head doesn't look up too much. That's the one thing I don't like with this one, that they changed about the head articulation, where like the Carnage, the head can look up all the way and it can look down all the way, because they give like a hinge. The ball joint has a hinge next to it, so you can move it all the way around. You can move it all around, and then you have the hinge too. Whereas this guy, you can't really. He doesn't really look up that much. It doesn't look down too much either. The head does rotate all the way around though. The arms rotate all the way around too. They go up. They don't go up all the way, but I feel like they go up higher than most Hasbro figures. Rotation here on the upper bicep, double bend in the elbow. Rotation here in the wrist, hinge in the wrist as well. The joints on it feel a lot stiffer than normal. This ball joint, I love this. This ball joint is awesome. Look at that. That's crazy. That's amazing. That's like, I'm going to be honest, this feels better than most Toy Biz ball joints. I feel like most Toy Biz ball joints don't do a lot of articulation, whereas this guy has a lot of articulation here in the ball joint. Most of the Toy Biz ones, they kind of offer, you can move, you can move a little bit back, a little forward, a little to the sides, and rotate around it on Toy Biz figures. But this guy, look at that. They give you a whole crazy ball joint. Look at all that motion. That's insane. This is why I don't like Hasbro, because they can do stuff like this. I'm convinced Hasbro can do better than Toy Biz could. Like with the modern day stuff they can do, all the stuff Toy Biz has, or Hasbro does, they're probably a bigger company than Toy Biz. They've been around longer than Toy Biz. I honestly feel like they could make figures better than Toy Biz figures, but they don't. A great, look how crazy that is. Look how insane that far forward that goes. It goes back really good. And then when you move the ball joint, you can have move back all the way, but then you can also have the torso go up too. So he looks kind of hunched over. Or you could have him do this, like a human can do that. That's really cool. Like, that's amazing. Out of the figure, I think this articulation, that is perfect. I feel like this couldn't get any better. Like, all the movement you can do, that's just insane there. The legs kick up about a little over 90 degrees. They can go back a little bit. You can't do the splits. I mean, come on, Hasbro. Allow your figures to do the splits. They need to do that. Rotation here in the upper thigh. Double bend in the knee. Really stiff there, but it moves still. This one is pretty stiff too. They're both pretty stiff. Rotation here in the boots, or in the ankle, or ankle pivot. The foot goes back quite a bit and goes forward quite a bit too. I feel like they just need to give like toe articulation, give the hand some articulation, allow these arms to move all the way up, let them do the splits. I feel like then they would be competing with Toy Biz, Also, the one thing that bugs me too is they don't give you improved articulation. I mean, that ball joint is perfect. But this part, like, you can rotate Carnage at the shin. I guess that would be like a shin rotation technically. But they don't give the Venom that. This ball joint, you can play with this so much fun. Like, this alone is awesome. The fact that you can have him straight up like this, you could move this back and then move the ball joint. And he looks funny, but he looks straight up. Like, if you can move him forward, like, I don't know, the way they do that is just awesome. This, they did better than Toy Biz, I will say. Honestly, this part is better than Toy Biz. Because Toy Biz, the mid-torso crunch on some figures is awesome. They go back good too. But then this ball joint, these two combined together, that's insane. You can make them do like, that's just crazy. Well done, Hasbro. You've impressed me with this. This is awesome. This is definitely my favorite Hasbro figure, guaranteed across the board. Yeah, let me know what you think about this figure. And yeah, so that's gonna be all for this review. You know what? I'm not gonna give him Y. See, that's a big deal for me. A Hasbro figure that doesn't need Y.
I am Venom.
Hey guys.